Hi guys, welcome back to our PERIDOT TV. If you're just joining in, kindly take a moment to click on that subscription button and also click on the red notification icon bell below so you can be the first to get alerts when videos are uploaded. The Kaduna State House of Assembly on Friday passed a religious preaching regulation bill into law. The new religious preaching regulation law substitutes similar law of 1984 in the state. According to reports, the executive bill brought to the assembly in 2016 was passed hours before the 8th assembly was dissolved on Friday. This is Kaduna State. This way is located in Nigeria, almost in the heart of Nigeria. And here are the towns, cities that surrounds Kaduna State. These are the towns, cities in Kaduna State. The bill with the assembly had been with the assembly for 3 years and has been opposed by Muslim and Christian bodies as well as individuals across the state. Some of the people that have spoken vehemently about this is Prophet Chris Okafor of Liberation City, somewhere in Lagos, and some other clerics have also spoken about this. In fact, Chris Okafor gave the Kaduna governor El-Rufai 7 days to actually stop this or face the consequences, probably die. And Apostle Joseph Suleiman to Paul Eneche and some of these clerics have spoken out one way or the other. Anyway, the bill has been passed, and the state government had in 2016 argued that the bill was meant to regulate religious preaching in order to promote religious harmony and peaceful coexistence, not to stifle religious freedom. The Speaker of the Assembly, Alhaji Aminu Shagali, presided over the sitting during which the bill was passed. After it was read clause by clause, it provides for the establishment of an interfaith regulatory council at the state level and a committee at local government levels responsible for screening and issuing license to preachers. Now, you hear the word screening before issuance of license. So it means that the power that has been granted is so. I mean, this is huge. It means that they could decide not to grant someone license to preach or to actually share their faith in Kaduna State. And I don't know what that means. Is this like Sharia in action, or like they said, Islamization of Nigeria? Because that is what people say. The councils will have 2 representatives, each of Christian and Islamic bodies among other members. According to the Speaker, the new law has mandated the council to hear and determine appeals to be brought before it arising from the decision of the local government interfaith committees. The council also has the power to issue regulations considered necessary to guide the local government interfaith committees in the performing of their functions as provided under the bill if signed into law. The bill, when signed into law, stipulates that in each of the 23 local government areas of the state, a committee to be known as a local government interfaith committee has to be established. The local government interfaith committee shall consider and recommend to State Interfaith Regulation Council all applications for the grant of license to religious preachers, as well as screen and recommend preachers for the grant of license among other functions. The supplementary provision provides that all cassette, CDs, flash drives, or any other communication gadgets containing religious recordings from accredited preachers may be played inside a private dwelling unit or vehicle, entrance, porch, church, mosque, and other designated place of worship. It further stated that any person who plays religious cassette or uses a loudspeaker for religious purposes between the hours of 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. in a public place and uses a loudspeaker for religious purposes other than inside church or mosque commits an offense and shall on conviction be liable to imprisonment for a time of not less than 2 years and pay a fine of not less than 200,000 or both. Now, with all of this that I've actually said, do you think that this bill is necessary to curtail the excess of religious organizations in Nigeria, either Christian or Islam? Do you think that a church mounting loudspeaker, or even a mosque mounting your loudspeaker out there, and everyone cannot sleep because they want to do service and they want to do something. Do you think that this is important and necessary regulation in all parts of Nigeria, not just in Kaduna State? Now, there was a video that I posted. I spoke about certain laws that exist abroad in the Western country, where you cannot find a Nigerian cleric go there and host a public crusade without proper license like this. And also, you cannot find a church with loudspeakers blaring without control, I mean, in residential areas. But here, Kaduna is actually they're actually creating this law. They've already actually passed it, but I don't think it's signed into law or yet. And they are saying that they want to regulate how preachers, clerics, Islam or Christianity, how they go about their faith, their service, their mode of worship in Kaduna State. You cannot bring out a loudspeaker. Your public address system for religious purpose cannot be positioned out, or even a cassette or anything audio, whatever it is, cannot be used at the hours of 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. in a public place, and that is prohibited. If you do that, you'll be imprisoned for 2 years, or you have to pay a fine of 200,000. Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think this is necessary law to be put in all parts of Nigeria, so that we can have normals? I mean, things can become normal, where you actually do your service either as Muslims or whatever you want to do in your church, and the sound that comes out of your public address system is only for the people in the church, in that spot, in that mosque, rather than microphones, public address system, the loudspeakers being positioned all over the street as we see in Nigeria. Do you think that this law is necessary, or do you think this is a law that needs to be abolished, that it is actually stifling, or actually kind of it's a stumbling block, or it's actually a war that is actually coming up soon, meaning the same Islamization story that we hear, being that Kaduna is probably dominated by Muslims? At the bar, the question, the governor that has been pushing this, the Speaker of the Assembly, Alhaji Aminu Shagali, that is also, they are also Muslims. You think this is like they are trying to kind of cut off Christianity in Kaduna State, or they're actually doing this and they think and you think some other part of the northern part of Nigeria will also adopt the same system? This law will push violence, or do you think this will actually reduce violence or clashes, as they claim that this law is actually created to foster harmony between other faiths, Muslim, Christianity, and the rest of that? So I want us to look at this intellectually, and also look at this objectively, without any form of emotions or sentiments attached to this. Then we can also look at this subjectively. If you have some your own personal kind of if you have some intuitive or personal or sentimental opinions about this, it doesn't matter. Let us meet in the comment section below. Let us talk about these things. Let us review what this law, the implications of this law in the wider sense, and we'll look at it specifically. We'll narrow it down to each religion: Christianity, Islam, and I think those are the two big major religions in Nigeria at the moment. So let us look at these things. If you have any personal opinion, whatever it is, it does not matter. You can drop your comment in the section below. Do not forget once again to click on that red subscribe button, and also the red icon bell, which signifies notifications whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.